"25 years ago, I got involved with indoor air quality for the very first time. And at that time, when I got involved, there was really nothing out there except filtration and a bunch of problems. 25 years ago, we had just barely started to see the impact of closing our environments up. What was really starting to happen when we no longer lived the lifestyle that we did, where it was all inside, air conditioning, sealed up, energy efficient, all those wonderful words that gradually were having an impact on people's lives, and they're not really realizing it. People realized there was a problem, but the only solution that existed out there at that time was filtration. We came along and said, filtration cannot solve the problem of indoor air quality. There's a fundamental flaw with it. The stuff that's in the air, the pollution that's in the air, is so small that you cannot get it moved to the filter to be filtered out. And it was irrelevant how efficient the filter was. If you can't get it there, doesn't matter whether it's 100% efficient or 0% efficient, the effect is the same. We came along with a new idea that revolutionized the way people thought about cleaning the air. We said, instead of trying to move it to someplace to be cleaned, let's clean it where it's at. And we said the way to do that is to introduce a couple things into the air. Let's put ozone into the air. Let's put ions or electric charge in the air, ozone to burn up all this nasty pollution to finish the decomposition of it, and ionization to cause particles to get bigger and to settle out of the air. That was new, that was startling, and you would have thought that we were going to cause the end of the world when we had made that happen. Because when we put ozone into the air, people just panicked and decided something horrible was going to happen. It even sounds like a nasty word, ozone. It's kind of got a Z sound in it, and it sounds kind of bad. People told us we were going to kill babies, burn people's lungs, kill plants, destroy the world essentially as we knew it. And of course, that didn't happen. Millions of units later, we realized that there is no danger, that it was a safe process to use. And it really did a pretty good job. We changed millions of people's lives with that very simple concept about getting rid of filtration. And we thought we had really solved the problem. So much so I retired. And then I realized, number one, retirement isn't as great as it should be. People that are retired still have a lot to contribute, and we're going to build on that. But more than that, the problem wasn't completed. 25 years later, when I got looking at it again, I realized no progress had been made. It was still the same product or knockoffs of the same product that we had always made. And we really had not totally solved the problem because people were still looking for solutions. So I had a chance to take a look at it and decide what could we do differently than we did before. The answer was right in all of our advertising. We were trying to solve the problem by putting something in the air, putting a Band-Aid in the air to deal with a problem that we had created, not realizing that what we really were intending to do and what we really wanting to do was to go back where we were before we sealed it up, and that means getting fresh air again. We said we were doing it on our literature, but we really weren't doing it. So now we're here talking about a new concept that is as revolutionary as our old one was to filtration as this new one is to what we did before. It is no way the same. It is a totally different concept. It's very simple. What we really are trying to do is to get back to fresh air. And to get back to fresh air, it's not a matter of chemistry, it's not a matter of physics, it's a matter of energy. We discovered after doing a lot of research that the one thing that needed to be done in order to get the benefits back of fresh air was to put energy back into indoor air to make it act like fresh outdoor air. And if you can remember that one sentence, that one simple sentence, you know everything you need to know about how this product works. We put the energy back into the air, into the indoor air. And by putting the energy back into the air, we get it to act like outdoor air. And there's a lot of people who say, well, that's too simple. Well, how do you get the energy in there? Well, I'm not going to tell you that. But I am going to tell you what the benefit is of getting that air energy back into the air, because most of us don't realize how beneficial fresh air is. Our bodies require fresh air. God created the world, He created the universe, created our environment, and then He put us into it. He relied on the fact that the stuff that He put into the environment, that system, which is a self-cleaning system, a self-restorative system, was going to continue on, and our bodies would always be compatible with it. And then, as so often we do, we moved away from that, and we moved indoors. And when we departed from fresh air, when we moved into an environment that no longer had any energy to it, we paid the price. And in many, many ways, our health gradually started to deteriorate so slowly, and we didn't even really realize why. People don't understand that practically every aspect of our health, in one way or the other, is related to the freshness of the air, because it is the one thing that we are constantly in contact with. It's not like water, it's not like food, it's not like anything else. The air we breathe is something that we are in constant contact with, and it operates instantaneously all the time, every time the same way. So what are the benefits of being in the fresh air? Being in fresh air, number one, it helps keep your respiratory system clean. That doesn't sound like a very significant thing, but you're going to see that that is one of the most significant things. That when you move out of fresh air, you have nothing left to try to help clean your airways with, to clean your respiratory system. And when it gets fouled and when it gets dirty and it no longer can transmit the oxygen and the carbon dioxide back and forth, you start suffering. You get tired. Your attention span decreases. Your appetite decreases. You're no longer able to go the places you used to be able to go. You can't necessarily even eat the same kinds of food you used to be able to eat, simply because you have separated yourself from outdoor air. We see people with physical defects, with psychological defects, with mental problems, people that are diagnosed pre-Alzheimer's. We have people, the kids that are irritated and are supposedly having some kind of a disorder, behavioral disorder, that only have this disorder when they're indoors. And when they're outdoors, those symptoms go away. We see people whose blood oxygen level changes radically when they get outdoors and from when they're indoors, to the point that it inhibits their ability to learn and remember and to process what they've heard. All of those things having to do with fresh. Who would believe that something that is simple as fresh air could have that kind of an impact on our body? And yet the more we work with this, the more we see that there is tremendous benefit to the energy that's in that air. And it does the other things. It helps control the allergens. It disables allergens from having an effect. It basically disarms them so that they no longer are able to connect with our body to cause a problem. It keeps bacterial growth in check so that we don't have things running out of control. And it does it in a safe, easy manner without killing all the bacteria. And of course, fresh air, everybody knows, smells better than indoor air, that the odor problems of indoor air are all taken care of. And you look at just simply those four kinds of things and say, we need to be in fresh air. And truth be told, if we could turn back the clock and get outside in the fresh air and spend the amount of time that our bodies require in the fresh air, we would not have need for this next new product. This new product, as simple and as small as it is, does one thing. It restores the energy back into indoor air to make it act like fresh outdoor air. And that literally changes your life. Now, does it actually clean the air? Is it an air purifier? No, it's not an air purifier. But clean air, fresh air, has the ability to clean itself. So if you can restore the air to what it used to be with the energy in it, you do get air cleaning and air purification. And as we have seen over and over again, simply restoring the energy back into the air makes it do everything that all the old product used to do. But on top of that, it leaves the air in an energized state so that now it's compatible with our bodies, and our body systems can function like God intended them to function. And the impact of that is going to be very huge. We've been able to take that simple and by take that concept and by making it simple, condensing it down in size, getting the cost under control, we now have a way that we can deliver fresh air to every person in the world. It's affordable, it's effective, it works every time. There's some problems it won't cause an effect on. It will not cure. But anything that being out in fresh air will do, this will do. And that's the basis of our new business. That's the basis of our new mission. When we have a mission to be able to take this product and get it out literally into everybody's home. Everybody needs these things in order to get the maximum they can out of the healthful life that they should have. That's our mission. And we need an army to be able to do that.